Alright guys, I'm trying to fix my hair. This gel went up. Boy, I'm looking raggedy out here, you know? Okay, so here's something we're going to talk about now. Everyone has their why. And that's why you're deciding to fix yourself. You know, your kids, your husband, your wife, whatever your why is. You know, say it out loud what your why is right now. Mine's easy. My why is my kids. And that's all, you know, that's pretty much what I got in life, period. So, my why is my kids. Yours might be your wife, or it could be a number of things, your job, anything. But here's the thing. Your why has to matter more than your cravings. You know? You have to care about that why more than you care about your cravings, because those cravings and all that, it's just temporary. Your why is going to be around forever. But here's the question: are you going to be around forever? And that's what we're trying to fix right now. Now, none of us are going to be around forever, but I want to maximize your life, and I want to make it also, you know, as good as your time here can be. You don't have to be perfect. You could be in a wheelchair and live a very happy life. You could be, you know, maybe you're on insulin for the rest of your life and you can still live a happy life. Life is what you make of it. And your why needs to be, you know, your number one thing. That's the reason you get up every day. That's the reason you fight to fix yourself. That's the reason you change your diet. Your why is the reason you start exercising. It's the reason you start actually eating, you know, food that is good for you. So this module is really simple. And it's all about, is your why more important than the cravings? Because, let's be honest, if it isn't, then you're never going to stop. Why would you? So if your why isn't more important than your cravings, you either need to build it up so it is more important, or find a why that is more important than your cravings. And once you find that why, you know what you got to do? You have to literally plant that flag. You know, the Battle of Iwo Jima, where they planted the flag. Or when they go onto the moon and they put an American flag on the moon. Something like that. You got to plant that flag and start making that why more important than your cravings. Because cravings are just that. You have a craving. They say it only takes a certain number of days to make something a habit. And that's for good habits too. So, you know, if you can do something every time you go to reach for that Dr. Pepper or whatever your craving is, if you can do something to stop that action continuously, you'll work yourself out of that. My cravings didn't last that long. And there's actually, I mean, you think about it, are you going to have sweet cravings? Yeah, you will. Absolutely. But, you know what? There's things that can also substitute those cravings. You know, my thing is now, when I start getting that sweet tooth thing, Carb Smart ice cream has like 4 to 5 net carbs per serving, and whipped cream has like 1 carb per net serving, or 1 net carb per serving. So I literally can eat ice cream smothered in whipped cream and it does not move my sugar. You know, it doesn't. Hey, who knows? But there are things for those cravings. There are substitutes. Or, you know, everything comes down to mind over matter. And that's what it comes down to in the end. Mind over matter and what's really important to you. Once you figure that out, you'll be well on your way. Alright, guys, have a good day. This is Ben with Systems Over Symptoms, and we'll see you in the next lesson.